a bit, but they're all connected in one way.
Okay, lovely. All right. So I wanted to, unpack this a little bit more. And with the way that spirit works, is that they do bring through some fragmented information. They do bring through symbolism and things like that. And especially when we're first trying to connect them with people, to help connect the dots, then we normally
Yeah,
get some more information flowing through. And that's why I wanted to bring you up here to see how that goes. Now,
no problem.
all right, this person has been anxious to get on here through this. I feel that this person um, has probably, yes, passed, I'm thinking, from a head impact, a head injury impact of issues, but I also feel that they did have some psychological issues as well.
So yeah, so the person who I'm thinking of had a fall at home, and I could not go and see them in the chapel of rest because of the extent of the head injury. However, his actual cause of death, the head injury wasn't listed, which made me well, some of us question it. It was can I say what his cause of death like ended up being? Or so it basically, it was something, it was another illness that was brought on by a mental illness. Yeah,
That's what I'm hearing from spirit. So it connects in with what spirit's telling me, that was really important to
yeah,
me, both these aspects.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's basically what I wanted to, and like wanted to confirm. And they never talk about this stuff to upset us. It's to just confirm and to talk about
Yeah,
the fact that it's them that 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 they're, yeah. If this one is your loved one in spirit, but for this person in spirit, who I'm feeling may be connected to you at this stage, is
mm,
really wanting to really drive the importance behind the linkage of these two things. So
yeah.
if that's making sense, then we'll take that. And would I be right in saying that they're around the 50s?
Yeah, 57 it was. Yeah, but looked a lot younger, was complimented all the time.
Okay. All right. Now, am I getting...
Today would actually be the 59th birthday.
Oh, now this happens. Now, when I was talking before about we have spirit come through and they pick their timing, they can pick their timing, and often we will get current anniversary dates. We will get, we will get like anniversary dates. We'll get messages that are important at this point in time, all of that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
that's beautiful confirmation. Now, I just want to see what else he's saying. So I do believe that there's usually, though, a bit of a celebration every year for him. He's telling me that that his life is celebrated, remembered, and beautifully
It
so.
is, yeah, today on his birthday. We always do that rather than be on his death anniversary. We try to not acknowledge that and we celebrate his birthday.
Absolutely beautiful. Okay. And I love that the spirit's going, it is so like now. And I'm here saying, like human Cindy brain's going, I'll give you like this scope of time, but the spirit's going, this is so like now. So today would
Yeah,
be perfect if this is your spirit. So we just
yeah.
need to connect in a bit more with what else he's saying. So
Okay.
now the silver car is of some relevance to him, but this hasn't got anything to do with the car. But he's talking about this silver car of relevance. He liked this car. I'm feeling that he really
Yes.
loved this
Yeah.
car.
So he didn't drive it. He didn't drive for a few years at the time of his passing due to his issues. However, a few years ago, he got a silver Hyundai coupe with and he loved it, and he felt like he was like, fantastic in it. I used to say it was his midlife crisis thing, but he loved it.
That's beautiful because you're showing me that now. The mother energy in spirit is a very special soul to him, to you, to other people. So you know who he's referencing here.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's so strange, but yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is she linked to the E or the T or something to do with that, or sounds like initial?
So the T, my baby boy is called Tommy. Um, and I was planning, so it's the man in spirit's mum, and I was planning today on taking some of his ashes and sprinkling them at her grave, at his mum's grave today.
Oh my goodness me, that is so
I
beautiful.
know that is very, yeah. So when you said that, I was like, "Ooh, this is crazy."
Oh my goodness me. And thank you for holding and waiting and waiting until we confirmed that it was for you, because I just always want to make sure
Yeah,
I'm connecting the right person before I do that. And it's just in respect for spirit. Because I know
yeah,
there's a lot of people that are anxious with connecting to their loved ones. So
yeah.
the Scorpio horoscope and what's
That's
that?
me. Me and my daughter are both a Scorpio.
Okay, all right. And now I want to know something, because I'm feeling that this person had a big role in your life, but I'm feeling that almost like this bigger brother energy, this fatherly energy, this bestie friend energy,
So,
all in one.
um, so he was. Can I say who he was? Yeah, and
Sure. I think at this stage,
yeah,
this is sitting with you, and we can connect the dots. And he's going to give me more anyway. He's
yeah.
right here. He's been here before we even
So
have.
he was my dad, but I didn't call him dad. I called him by a nickname, his name, like a version of his actual name, because he was not a he was not a typical dad. He was like funny. He was more of a very best friend. I didn't live with him my whole life. But then when I had my children, he was there all the time. There was no shyness between us. He would say stuff that, made me cringe. And I think, oh God, you shouldn't say that to your daughter. You can't tell me that. But yeah, we were like best of friends, and I didn't call him dad. My dad's name, I called him a version of his name, a funny version. And I also called him Disco as well all the time, because he just loved to party.
Okay, that's beautiful. All right, so that would make sense as to why he's showing me like this fatherly, this brotherly, this best friend sort of energy that is weird and contradictory. Because is this your first time?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you've been in here before, but I think it's the first time I've read.
No.
You haven't? Is this the
Yeah,
first
it's first.
time?
I've been in you. I've popped in your lives before, just like viewing, and I follow you. But I've never interacted in any way. And it just so happens today I've just woke up with the baby on, his birthday, and as I went on and I heard you say a man in his 50s, a silver kind of thought, oh my God.
And then all the other stuff that he was saying.
Yeah, and then I heard it.
Now, is there a Steve or something involved as well? Is there a name Steve?
Oh my God, yeah. So Steve was my granddad on my mum's side's name, who my dad was really close to. Yeah.
Okay. And Steve's in spirit with him?
Yeah, he is, yeah. And even though my mum and dad weren't together, they didn't really like each other. My dad would go and visit Steve while he was ill. Yeah.
Okay, so he's showing me that as well. Now, all right, because he did say Steve. I'm curious how Peter's connecting in, because Peter's such a strong name for this soul as well.
Yeah, so we had a friend called Peter, who I met at his funeral, and who I found out on the day of his funeral was he was also terminally ill, and he passed away about a year ago.
Okay, all right. So he's with Peter in spirit as well. Peter may have even somehow brought him, connected him in, because it's funny that I don't actually yet have I don't think your dad's name, but that's interesting. We'll keep into this and just lean into it and see what happens and unfolds here because he's giving me these other names in spirit with him.
Okay.
And the B. So I'm hearing a B, I think, unless it's D, but I think it's B.
I think it. I can't relate to the B, but I can relate to the D. If it's a D, in a couple of ways. I'm just trying to think of the B. We have quite a big family, so I'm like going through everyone.
That's okay. Did he have an accent as well? Because sometimes when it like an accent other than mine, like yourself, like
yeah, like a very like mine, but very strong, like the Gallagher brothers in Oasis type strong, like very Mancunian.
Because accents and that too. I'm channeling information, so even if someone speaks another language, I can get through for them. But when they're trying to say names, because the names are in English or translated into English, I can't say them, and it's hard. So I get the initials a bit wrong, even though they're talking in trying to give me this information. So, all right. So now, is there a Trish or someone that sounds like that?
Trish.
It could be Trish, Trisha, Patricia. Something to do with Trish.
Oh, yeah. My auntie, my dad's auntie, she was called Patricia. Everyone called her Trish. Trisha.
Again, the pronunciation.
And that was my nan's sister. So my nan, who was the strong motherly figure, that's her sister Patricia.
And she's in spirit because this is someone else that I've got here as well mentioning.
No, she's not. She's my nan is, and her other sister is, but Patricia she's poorly, but she's still with us.
Ah, rightio. Is she in the stage of transitioning from life?
I would say so, possibly. She's very old and she's got a lot of health issues and she's not been great.
Okay, all right. So maybe they're talking about that they're with her because I'm feeling that they're with her spirit. And that could mean then if she is at that end stage that maybe that's just a symbolism of them that they're around her at this time.
Yeah.
They're around us all the time anyway, but it's probably just acknowledgement and confirmation because what they're doing is they're throwing out some names now and I've got a couple of I've got a couple of loved ones in spirit here that are coming through. So in regards to the teaching profession and school, how is this linked to him? Who's sorry, yes.
Go on.
All right. I don't know why I just heard something in regards to, I think that I just heard Armstrong. Is that a name or is that like Armstrong for some reason? Why am I hearing Armstrong? What did that just mean?
Don't know. I don't know the name Armstrong. There's it sounds daft. There's a chip shop around the corner from our house called Armstrong's, but that's the only way in which I could relate to that. But with the teaching and the learning, so his role, we used to joke and say that because he didn't do any of the fatherly stuff like for me or my siblings, when I had children, he came round 3 times a week and he did all the homework, all the spellings, and he used to, when they got full marks, he would say, it's because of me that's why they've done it, look at me, I'm a good teacher.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that is definitely a symbolism for you.
Yeah.
Let me see what else I can get from him. Now, so there was something today done for him. He's talking about the celebrations. Who's the larrikin in real life in a male energy that he might be referring to? Was there drinks had over him today and there was some sort of spilling of a drink that I'm being shown? Were you there for that?
So last night, my sister came round because his actual, I think, so his birthday is the 7th, which is today where I am, like this very morning, but she came last night. and we had food, and we didn't had like one or two drinks, but didn't drink massively because we were going to have a big meal again today. And then we decided to call it a day early because my children were running ragged and my daughter spilt her juice everywhere, all over the front room floor.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, my kids were being really hard work last night. Not the baby, he was an angel, but the other two. And I was like, do you know what, Lou? I said, just come back tomorrow. I said, I'll go get them bath, get them in bed. I said, and we'll celebrate because his actual birthday is today. She just came round to check on me. So she went out for food instead, and drinks with her partner. And she's going to come back round today to celebrate him instead.
Okay, and who's the men that are celebrating? They must be celebrating separate. Pardon me, I'm hearing
so he has
brothers or something.
Yeah, he has 4 brothers. Yeah,
and they're doing something. They're doing something that might be a little bit more crazy for him. I'm seeing that there's
most probably. Yeah, most probably.
Yeah. Now, was he a twin or very close looking to one of them and very close to age in one of them?
Yeah, very, very close looking to age and looks wise.
With one of them? Because I'm being shown.
Yeah.
Who's Terry or something to that description? I think I just heard a name in regards to Terry or ending in E at the end.
Well, I can take that 2 ways. So the brother that he was very, very close to in age and looks is called Franny. But he also had a friend called who was my mum's cousin, who was very close to throughout his life, called Terry.
Right. Okay. It could be a pronunciation thing again, because he was talking about the brother that looks just like him and he's very close.
Yeah, that's Franny. Yeah. So.
I heard the Y at the EY, whatever it is. Okay, nice. What else is he saying that he wants to talk about? I'm hearing that he's saying you're special kid. Was that something he said to you?
He used to.
Sorry?
He used to call me kid. He used to go, like, that was just what he called me. He called me kid. You all right, kid? Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I heard him say you're special kid. And
also, he met my daughters. He never met this little baby here, so we named him after him. And this morning I put a birthday post up for him, and I said, I wish you got to meet your special boy. Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Now, he absolutely is around. He absolutely is seeing everything. He's been there for things after his passing. They don't miss these things, these milestones. Yeah. He's very happy for you. Now, he's also saying to me something personal now, and he's got a message for you. Are you okay with me to dive into this one?
Yeah.
He's told me that he had these psychological issues that he wants to bring up again, and he was saying that he had some, I'm hearing maybe trauma or something in his younger years, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know about this?
Yeah.
Okay, now he doesn't want to unpack this too much to upset you, but why he's saying it of relevance is because he's saying that this made it hard for him to be able to really...
I don't blame him for anything. Yeah, I know. And I know that he struggled.
Yeah, and what he's saying is that he had a really shit go, I believe, when he was younger. I'm feeling something linked in with his father, but I'm also linking in that there was other things as well. Does that resonate? When he was I think late teens, early 20s, he lost his dad and his brother within the space of 6 months, and he ended up turning to alcohol as a result of it. Okay. Yeah, so he did mention something in regards to linking it to the father. And he is mentioning this. Now, he's saying that there's a reason for this, and he said, he's like, you're so special, kid. He's saying it again, but you've got to hear this. He had, I think, said this to you. You've had conversations, okay, later on, but he wants to really bring this message home. And he's saying that this isn't the first time he's said this, but he's going to say it again, that you have the most beautiful unconditional love and held space for him and saw beyond the troubles and saw his heart and soul, because he had a good one. He had a good heart and soul. He had a messed up mind, okay? Now, I know that he's had this convo, and I think that he also mellowed out and made some positive changes towards the end. But by then, there was already, I'm hearing, some problems and damage done, okay?
Oh my God, what? Can I tell you how that resonates, or does he need to carry on?
I'll hold him there for a minute. He's not going anywhere. He's been here for a couple of hours.
That's crazy. So he was an alcoholic, and he got told that he had cirrhosis of the liver, and he was told he'd never in his life been sober. He got told, if you're sober for 6 months, you will be eligible for a transplant, and he made it to 5 months and 2 weeks, and then he passed away. So he did make all the changes. Yeah. That's crazy.
Okay.
And he had such a good heart, and he was obviously he was an alcoholic, and he made some, not very great choices, and I think he was a bit much for people. He had very strong opinions, but he was amazing, and he just was, he just loved everyone, and he'd done anything for anyone, and I knew that, and anyone who really knew him knew that. So I never let that side of things bother me.
Yeah, and he's so grateful for that, because he's like, some people might have just not held that unconditional love for him, but he's that it meant everything to him, and he's saying that don't think that his life wasn't happy because you and your children and his other special loved ones gave him so much happiness that he didn't think was possible because of his depression. I'm hearing depression that he had linked to his pain and to what turned him on this journey that led to all of this. And he said that that I know that there's people thinking that, that they wished that they could have done something and turned back time and changed it because of how much of a beautiful heart and soul he is. I'm not going to say was, he still is. He's beautiful. I can feel him. But he's saying that, he just said something again about this Armstrong. So I want to come back to that. Now, he's saying in regards to, this spirit of funny with how they do things, they dance around a bit. So he's saying that he had a happy life and his life was his, and he's at peace now. He has none of the mental torment at all. So you have to be reassured in knowing that. And although it was sad how it all played out because he'd made the changes but it was too late, and that's what he told me, you said, and then you confirmed that. He's saying that you can't hold on to that regret or be sad in that way for him, because he is at peace and he's okay and he had a happy life, right? So he wants to really bring that home. And he's saying a lot of this is because of you, kid. You never gave up on me. You never, ever, ever questioned. You held that unconditional love, and that you have been there for me unconditionally every step of the way. He's telling me now that not everyone had been, but you're saying that everyone loved him and saw he was good heart, but he did say that a few people treated him like shit over this, and that could have held him down. But he said that the unconditional love that his family and friends and you had for him is what kept him afloat and gave him the brightness in his days. And you actually did help him so much. It was just the fact that it was so deeply set, the loss and depression and the unresolved trauma, and he had made those choices. But don't think for a second he wasn't happy, because he said, you made me happy, kid. And he said, you're still making me happy. And he's saying that the kid's making me happy. And he's saying, I am seeing the baby right now, and that I am so much in awe. He's saying that the baby will sense him as well. He's a huge part of your lives. And he is saying that he is choosing today to come through because it is an anniversary date. It is his birthday. He is wanting to come through as this special sign for you. I feel you've wanted this sign for a while. I think even that's how it landed on my FYP, and this is connected to you. But he's saying that he wanted to do the special timing, and that was today. And this reading is for you, kid. He's saying it is for you, and you have to be able to be at peace with knowing that he's at peace and he's still alive and well and he is still around.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, that is, absolutely incredible and so bang on in so many ways, and that is sort of just how he would speak as well. And yeah, a lot of the family and my sibling struggled when things were bad with him, and they would distance themselves a bit, but I couldn't because I loved him and he made me laugh, and I thought, you know what, you're a pain in the ass, but you're my pain in the ass. So yeah.
And he loves you so much for that. And he's actually now sort of saying, because he's listening to everything you're saying, I'm just the channeler. This is the conversation between you and him, really, okay? I am just this person sitting on the screen doing the channeling. But he's saying that he was a bit out of line at times. His crude sense of humour was probably not cool. He's saying...
Oh my God. How... What? Yeah, it was... yeah.
Crude. Crude is
very crude. The crudest man you will have ever met in your whole life, but so funny.
Which does, and he is funny about it. But the funny thing is, it's very contradicting for me, Cindy, sitting here talking to this man, talking to you, because I'm feeling his biggest soul, but yet he's telling me that he's crude and rude and inappropriate. Yeah. But
very, but you wouldn't know it because he was like had a heart of gold and was so loving and kind, but then he just a big class clown. And yeah, some of the stuff he said, oh goodness me, yeah.
So he's saying that a lot of the things is that he hid behind the humour. He did have a funny side, but he might have taken it a bit far and a bit wrong at times. And he had a lot of anxiety. He had a lot of anxiety around people, around situations. And also I think that if people were to try to give him love and attention, he loved it, but yet at the same time he needed to kind of like fob it off in some way.
Yeah.
And that was how he sort of dealt with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, massively.
Now he's talking about Armstrongs. Did you go there together? Because he's talking about Armstrongs again. And you said
we've obviously been quite a few times. It's just and actually when he went to the hospital, not the last time before he died, but my partner Tom came and gave me a lift to take him home, and he was like, oh, should we nip to Armstrong's and get some chippy? And I can't remember whether we did or not, but we always drove past it because it's like really close, and it used to be, it was so nice.
Because he's saying to me, don't dismiss the Armstrong, and now he's saying the S on the M, and you had mentioned the shop. So when I said about the Armstrongs,
because that's the only way I could really take it, because the I don't think I know anyone with that as a surname. I mean, he thought he was the strongest man in the world anyway, so whether that was just a joke towards that, then I'm not too sure. But
whether he's bullshitting me, he's coming across as a very good looking man, and he's
he was gorgeous and he knew it. And even when in his later days, when sort of like things had taken a hold and he'd had a few falls, we used to say he had the gift of the gab, and he could genuinely pull any woman. And me, I'd be stood there thinking, how are you falling for that? Like, there'd be a woman 10 years younger than him, and he'd say something, and rather than say like tell him to like F off, they'd just giggle and go, oh, what are you like? And I'd think, oh my God, what how have you done that?
You sound so funny, but I'm hearing that song, I'm a Model, you know what I mean, and I shake my little tush on the catwalk. I actually see him strutting his stuff and being like, I'm model material. Like, he's actually showing me you know.
I've just literally just put on my Insta story a video of him in tracksuit pants and a dressing gown, but topless, dancing around his front room.
Taking his little tush.
Literally, and just I can't describe it, but like dancing as in, look at me, look how good, like gorgeous I am, like. He loved himself, and he used to go, "I'm a fetch me," and I go, "Do you mean a catch?" And he'd go, "Yeah, whatever, same thing."
Did you say fetch me?
Yeah, so like if you say like I'm a good catch, and then but he would say I'm a fetch, and I'd say you're supposed to say catch, date, and he'd go no.
I love that is so cute. That is so him. I'm feeling he's quite the character, and he is happy.
Yeah.
And he loved the fact that he was gorgeous. Which I find funny that he has to bring that up. And his brother's like he's getting it all now because his brother's so much like him. Actually, he's telling me that it's almost spooky because sometimes if you see the brother, people are like, "Oh my God, it's almost him!" Like,
yeah. So he had 4 brothers, but him and Franny, it looked like so alike. Especially as they got older, it was sort of less so because obviously my dad got poorly and stuff. Oh dearie me, darling. Sorry, 1 second. There's Tommy. But yeah.
Oh, look, I'm so happy he came through for you and that I was able to connect him because he was pretty anxious to connect and he did probably an hour too early.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. No, that was amazing. Just what I needed. I've woke up not in the best place with it being his birthday and all. I get quite upset thinking, he should have been here. You're so young. And I've had a not great year with the baby being in NICU, and then I lost my mum, and you have really turned things around for me and made me feel a lot more reassured because some of that stuff is just, you can't make it up. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that you can just pull out of thin air. And yeah, amazing. Thank you.
Oh, so thank you so much for coming up and talking to me and let me do this reading for you. And
Thank you.
I'm so glad that has helped. And yeah, I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings your way. And
thank you so much.
Remember that he's still definitely there, but all your loved ones and everyone's loved ones in spirit's still there, okay, and that they're with you, okay, and that it's just different now, which is very hard for us to accept when we're missing that physical person. But at the end of the day, we're all about our souls, and that soul's still very much alive, all right? Talk to him still. Let him be a part of your life. He is a part of your life. I know you'll let it. But believe it now and just know that he really is around seeing everything, okay?
Oh, definitely. I talk to him all the time and I sing our songs.
Oh, he's saying to me now that that this is the best birthday gift for him. So although you're saying this is beautiful being his birthday, that he's like, this is the best birthday gift for me because thank you that you came here. He's thanking me, which is lovely, for doing this and being here to connect you.
He's pretending to be polite, bless him. No, yeah, it's so nice.
Crudeness, probably because he might just sense me that I don't put up with it.
Yeah, you're a nice lady. You wouldn't want to shock you and offend you, but trust me.
Oh, he's a classic. But he did let me know that that's definitely part of who he is. But no, he's been on his very best behaviour and he's been very
well done.
Because I did earlier have to shut him down a little bit, not completely. I said, I think you're meant to be coming in for the live tonight and you're a bit early. And I had to give my attention to the person I was doing the one-on-one reading for, and then that flowed. But I knew he was here the whole time and I knew straight away I was going to connect him in as soon as I hopped on.
Incredible.
So, thank you. Giving you so much love.
Thank you so much. You too, my love. Take care. Thank you so much.
I hope to see you again on another live. Okay, so.
Oh, you will do. Thank you. Bye.